Welcome to LinguaWire English B1. Today, we have two stories: new airline routes to faraway places and robot games with speed and limits. To help you follow today's episode, full transcripts and vocabulary lookups are available at LinguaWire.com. New flights from United and what they say about travel now. Now we go to Mia, our LinguaWire correspondent for transport.
Thanks, Daniel. United Airlines says it is adding a wide set of new international routes. The list tells us a lot about what many travellers want right now.
It is not just one new route then. It sounds like a bigger bet on long-distance travel.
Exactly. The airline says the new flights will connect US airports with places like Okinawa, Ljubljana, Olbia, Catania, Ibiza, Valencia, Marseille, Terceira, Luxembourg, and Toulouse.
That is a long list. Which details stand out most?
One clear detail is timing. The new flights are set to start from late March through early June next year. Most of them leave from Newark. There is one from San Francisco to Okinawa, and one from Washington Dulles to Toulouse.
So this is not a small seasonal experiment. It sounds more like a major expansion.
Yes, and the company says it is not dropping existing routes to make room. That matters because it suggests this is growth, not just a shift from one place to another.
That feels like a strong signal. Why these places, though, instead of only the classic big cities?
A senior executive says many customers want to get away from the crowded big European cities. The airline is also seeing more open-jaw trips. That is where people fly into one city and out of another, so it can sell more flexible holiday plans.
Open-jaw trips sound like a travel habit that has really changed.
They have. The report says this fits a wider pattern. People are spending more on premium international travel. Airlines are trying to match that. They are selling more unusual destinations, not just the usual big names like Tokyo or Rome.
And United is clearly trying to stay ahead in that market.
It is. The airline says it has added 49 new destinations since 2021. It says it is the only US airline that flies non-stop to 32 of those places.
That is a useful number. So the strategy is about reach, but also about profit.
Yes, the company says this push has been profitable so far, even though costs are rising. So the trade-off is simple. Flying far and often costs more. But the airline is betting that travellers will pay for choice, comfort, and new places.
And there is also a business side in some of those routes, not just holidays.
Right. The new Newark to Luxembourg route and the Washington to Toulouse route are aimed partly at business travel. Toulouse matters because Airbus is based there. Luxembourg also has a big business link through Amazon's European headquarters.
So the map is telling us something about travel, but also about business links between cities.
Exactly. This is not only about tourism. It shows how airlines are chasing a mix of vacation travel. They are also chasing work travel and people who want a more flexible trip than the old point-to-point model.
And that makes the whole route list feel like a snapshot of how people travel now.
Yes, and the company seems to think the demand will last beyond summer. It says these longer international seasons now stretch well into October.
robot races, records, and some very human-looking failures. Now we go to Owen, our LinguaWire correspondent for technology.
Thanks, Daniel. The World Humanoid Robot Games in Beijing have given us a strange mix of progress and chaos. Robots were running fast. They were also crashing, toppling, and even catching fire.
That is a dramatic picture. What exactly were these robots doing?
The event ran from August 22 to 26. It asked humanoid robots to do a lot of different tasks. Those tasks included sprinting, high jumping, kung fu, dancing, kickboxing, soccer, table tennis, and even everyday work. That included washing and hanging laundry.
So it was not just a race. It was a test of both speed and control.
Yes, and that is the key point. Some sprinting robots were fast enough to beat the human 100-meter record held by Usain Bolt in those viral clips. But they also had trouble stopping. Some crashed into barriers. Some fell over. Some broke at the waist in a shower of sparks.
That sounds impressive and a little alarming at the same time.
It is both. The robots can do one thing very well, like run straight ahead. But they still struggle with balance, stopping, and smooth movement when the task becomes more complex.
So the record-breaking part does not mean the robots are ready for real life.
Not yet. The games also included household-style tests. There, the robots often lag behind normal human speed. That matters because a robot can look powerful in a short race, but everyday usefulness is a different question.
That is the real tension here. Showing off versus actually helping in daily life.
Exactly. Organizers in Beijing, including the city government and state media, seem keen to show the commercial future of humanoid robots. China's robotics industry is developing fast. So these games are also a kind of public demo for investors, engineers, and the wider public.
So the event is entertainment, but also a message.
Yes. And the message is that the technology is moving quickly, but it is still uneven. A researcher quoted in the report said the robots show strong whole-body control. They have to move arms, legs, hands, and body together to complete the task.
That helps explain why even one small mistake can cause a big fall.
Exactly. When a humanoid robot loses balance, the problem can spread fast. That is why the clips are so striking. They show real engineering progress, but also the weak points that still need work.
And for viewers, the sparks and falls may be the most memorable part.
They probably are. But underneath the spectacle, the deeper story is that robotics is moving from simple demos toward more realistic tasks. That transition is hard. Running fast is one thing. Folding laundry or stopping safely is another.
First, 3 words from the story about airline routes. Route means one flight path from one place to another. In the story, United was adding new routes across Europe and Asia. Example: this train route stops in 3 cities. Destination means the place you travel to. In the story, the airline was adding many new destinations, like Okinawa and Ljubljana. Example: Paris is a popular summer destination. Season means a period of time in the year. In the story, the airline said, these trips now last much longer than just the summer season. Example: the beach season starts in May here. Now one grammar point, be going to plus verb. We use this structure for a plan or a future arrangement. The airline is going to add a wide set of new international routes. The robots are going to show both speed and limits. Repeat after me is going to add. LinguaWire isn't only a podcast. Every day, the lead story becomes a personal language lesson in your classroom. Each lesson covers reading, vocabulary, grammar, writing, and listening, all built from today's real news story. Start today on linguawire.com.